Hey. Happy Wednesday. Good morning to everybody. Welcome to MLB Prop Picks powered by The Bat. Brought to you by Covers. Let's go. Some say it's cardiac clock. I am here to say I'm sorry, Evan. It's just my ugly mug. Today, we like to Cardi. We do. But no Cardi today. Just me, just for today. Cardi back Friday for more releases, but he sent in the plays, and I am the messenger today. Beat up last night. Back today, as you always do. Let's go. 1-4 day, but the pitcher Ks have played well. We got a couple of those. We'll lead things off with that. But before we get to the releases, appreciate everybody there in the chat. Good morning to you guys. If you're looking to do this yourself too, head over to Covers. Head over to Prop Projections and find the projections yourself there. All those numbers powered by EV Analytics and The Bat. Circle through your stuff. Find the analysis in there. There's great stuff there. If you want to bet a single game, just head over there and find the best plus EV plays on the board. In saying that, I think we got a 5-pack today, so let's get right to it. This is a quick release procedure. If you're new to the show, we'll tell you what book we're betting at. Hopefully some secondary books, as we know not everybody has the same outs. Then we'll tell you the game we're betting on, give you some time, the prop market, the player, and then the over and the under. And producer Mick will hold my hand through the whole thing. So let's get right to it. Hello, Milo. Happy everybody's there. We got the Wednesday slate, so we got some afternoon stuff. Let's get right to it. Release number 1. As I still fight with this awful mouse. But let's go. We're at Bet Rivers. This market is moving heavily. Secondary books include DraftKings, ESPN. Game in question, Nats versus Dodgers. I believe it is a 3 o'clock game. Early West Coast game. Let's get some pitcher strikeouts. Now, this is obviously a market that moved probably the most. It's probably the most fluid market. Has the most money, I would think. So getting to it at 9:30 is always a race. Pitcher strikeouts. Let's make sure our number is there. It is for release number 1. Washington pitcher Jake Irvin under 4.5 Ks minus 106. Irvin under 4.5 Ks minus 106. Let me know. I'm just one set of eyes here. I need as much help as I can. Let me know. There you go, Milo. Love to have a little Milo interjection there. The projection, 3.78 strikeouts for Irving. So great number there. Great plus EV, as we've probably seen a move minus 120. That's excessive. We were looking at plus 105 when Cardi sent in this play kind of around 8 o'clock. So it is moving. Elmel says minus 110 right now on DK. That's probably your next best move. The projection across the board here for Irving's pretty good across for all of the unders. 13.7 outs and 3.5 earned runs. So the projection here is to get beat up and not go far. No more than 5K so far in any of his 3 starts and through just 74 pitches versus Oakland in his last start. So the leash isn't even that long. Even when he's pitching well, he only goes 18 outs, as we saw in that last start versus Oakland, which Hard Rock just dropped to minus 125. So, yeah, it's been moving all day. And I was going to pull it up. I'm going to look at other stuff. I know not everybody likes betting all the same markets, but in this game, some of the top projections in that game using Derek's numbers at EV Analytics here. Mookie Betts, home run, plus 450. Bet MGM, that's popping. Jake Irving right there. The under. Stolen bases, Ohtani, plus 750. Also something that's hitting in the projections within that game. So let's keep moving along here. Second game, release number 2, if I can find it. Not sure where we are. We're at DraftKings. Thank you, producer Mick. Game in question, Guardians, Red Sox. Another market that's moving. Okay, secondary books, MGM, FanDuel. Solid plus money. Head over to pitcher strikeouts. Okay, let's get release number 2 in here. Release number 2. Make sure that number's still there. It is Cleveland starting pitcher Ben Lively. Under 3.5 Ks plus 120. Ben Lively. under 3.5 strikeouts, plus 120. Let me know if you're betting at MGM or FanDuel and what number you're getting it there. Shane Bieber, done. They got a doubleheader with the Yankees on Saturday, so it's opened up some spots in the Cleveland rotation. Curry is dealing with an illness, so now Lively has been activated off the IL. 4 strikeouts over 8.1 innings in the minors, just 55 pitches in his last rehab start. So there's health issues there. The projections, as we see a little flash there, plus 110. Perfect. We're seeing it move. You might have to jump somewhere else. Always great to see that number move quick. Projection. 70 pitches, 14.02 outs, and 3.47 strikeouts. So projecting close to 3.5, but at plus money, that's probably the cutoff. As El Mello says, even money there at MGM, that's probably the buy point. Probably wouldn't want to go any more than there. Plus 120, there's your number there at MGM. So happy to get in at plus 120 at DraftKings as we see that move. If you're betting these, if you're watching this right now, don't forget the like button. Leave a comment. As always, appreciate it. Always a little trickier to do it on the solo side of things. So let's keep moving. Actually, let's get a couple more. Let's see what else is popping in that game. Stephen Kwan in that game, under 1.5 total bases, looking at minus 110. That looks like a fantastic play too from those projections. Projection 1.5 total bases for Kwan. Hits, runs, RBIs. Jarren Duran under 2.5 also looks good at minus 105 or better. Let's jump over to the next release, though, as it's always nice to give out some other things within that game. Release number 3, DraftKings again. MGM secondary books, Cardinals versus A's. Got 2 pitcher strikeouts in the books. Let's get to hitter strikeouts. Find your way there. St. Louis at Oakland. It's a player we've hit before. 5 points. 5 points better last time. We did lose it, but there's a big situation. The pinch hit risk is massive for this guy. Does he have a pitcher? Yes, he does. Do we got the same number? Yes, we do. Release number 3, Oakland. Darrell Hernandez, under 0.5 hitter strikeouts, plus 145. Hernandez, under 0.5 hitter strikeouts, plus 145. Just a situation you keep hearing us talk about. A pinch hit risk is very high, 65% for Hernandez here versus right-handed pitcher Bryce Miller, about a K per inning guy. The projection here for Hernandez, the most important one as opposed to strikeouts, is actually plate appearances, and the bat's about 2.85. And as we see, like yesterday, I think we went maybe 0-4, maybe 0-3 on hitter props like that. But we're watching this market move. Like, it just moved 20 points. Yesterday, we moved markets like 30 points. These are inefficient markets, and it's tough that, we're getting great closing line value, just not coming through. So let's hopefully get maybe 3 at-bats at the most here for Hernandez before he's pulled. Secondary looks within this game. Popping, Max Schumann, under 0.5 hits, plus 125, bet 365. That looks like it's one of the better hitting things there. Paul Blackburn also popping off under 17.5 outs, projected for 16. So there's lots of secondary plays within that game as well. But the release we're putting out, Darrell Hernandez, under 0.5 hitter case, plus 145. We saw that move immediately. Release 4, let's keep it rolling. Still at DraftKings. Secondary books include BetMGM. Game in question. Because we bet the early ones. Nothing better than betting the first game on the board, and nothing worse than having a bunch of bets and not getting any of that early action. San Francisco at Miami. The Marlins are just a laughing stock still. I don't understand. But this player, this guy must be looking for a contract. I don't know if he's in a contract year, but he must be. We're hitter walks. We missed Luis Reyes last night. He got his 5 plate appearances, which was big. As we look, he's there. Down. Okay, perfect. Number's still there. Awesome. Release number 4, hitter walks. Michael Conforto over 0.5 walks plus 260, over 0.5 walks plus 260. Let me know if I feel like there are other books other than DraftKings and MGM that have this. Let me know, and producer Mick pop those up as I'm not jumping in and out of the chat as quickly as I want to. So Conforto's obviously crushing the ball right now, close to a 900 OPS, and we see that move again. All right, so inefficient market, 25, 35 points. Boom, right off the bat. That's wild. I know some might say that it's not true line movement just because it's a lot of people betting it, but it's going to become, I don't know, a more efficient number, plus 260. That's why it was popping. Trevor Rogers is pitching. So he has just 5 walks. Bet69 has, all right. Oh, Bet99. Thank you. Bet99 has it at 260. Fantastic. Good to know. Good to know another book for that out. Okay. Hot stick. He has just 5 walks on the season, but he has a 12% walk rate over his last 2 seasons, which is probably more indicative. All right. Trevor Rogers is pitching for Miami. I myself have some over Trevor Rogers, 1.5 walks. Got it at minus 135. I think it's at minus 140 now. He has 8 walks over 15 innings. So if you're missing that, if you don't have that out for the walks, maybe look the other way for Rogers. I know it doesn't project fantastically within the bat and the projections, but I'm happy to hit Rogers, who's having some walk control issues early in the season. So there's a correlation between the two, but we're on Conforto over 0.5 walks plus 260. We just saw the market crash basically. Buy point somewhere around, I would assume, plus 230. And then the final release today. Let's go. Still at DraftKings. Okay. The market's going to be hits, runs, RBIs. I just want to prep it so you guys can find, if you do have that book and you're not available, DraftKings isn't available, but you have it in your other books. I know Botano, I know there's some other ones that do have it. Game in question, Colorado at Philly. And I'll tell you that there's another one that is popping within this. So is it? Scroll up a bit to the top of that market. Is that it? Okay. So we're going to have to pivot here. The play is Alan Trejo under 0.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and runs. The market has just moved to 1. Okay. We're not betting the 190. The under 0.5 was plus 140. Okay. So we might have to pivot here. And that pivot, if we go to hits, I'm making an executive decision here. I want to bring up the numbers, make sure they're still good at the Colorado game, if I can find it. Colorado, let's go to player hits. Yes, sir. Okay, let's go to player hits. We're taking a bit of a hit on this, but it's still projecting fantastically within the projection. So, sorry, Derek, don't kill us. Let's go Alan Trejo under 0.5 hits. Plus, do we have plus 115 there? Yeah, plus 115 is the best price on the board. So let's change that to hits, plus 115, and see how that goes. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so plus 115 still available at Bet365. I'm seeing quickly. ESPN plus 115. Maybe don't want to. Plus 110 is probably the buy point. Thank you, Patrick. Plus 115 at MGM. We saw that move. It is Ingles o'clock, and talk a fun job. I love my job, though. Let's go. Trejo, under 0.5 hits, plus 115. If the under 0.5 hits, runs, RBIs, projected well, plus 140. Just the hits alone works well, too. I mean, he's facing a lefty in Chris Sanchez, and he'll likely be pinch hit for when the righty comes in. So there's obviously, if you know anything about these projections, everything's priced in about his ability to hit, right? Oh, he's facing this pitcher. He's facing this pitcher. This is how much he hits per plate appearance. But what's not priced in is the pinch hit risk, and we talk about it constantly. And Cristobal Sanchez probably won't have the longest leash, probably not an 18-out guy today, even versus Colorado, but I mean, it's still an awful offense. So he'll be pinch hit for, hopefully, when the lefty comes out. So let's run that in. Apologies to Derek for making a quick change on that, but that's what we're doing here today from the top. If you're just jumping in now, before we do the rundown, hit that like button, help us out a bit. Let's go. Jake Irving under 4.5 Ks, minus 106. We saw that move. Ben Lively under 3.5 Ks, plus 120. Also on the move. Daryl Hernandez, hitter Ks, plus 145. That one tumbled as well, as those hitter strikeout markets tend to do. Michael Conforto over 0.5 walks in the early game, plus 260. That immediately moved to plus 225. Alan Trejo, we pivoted. Had the hits, runs, RBIs, a plus 140. That market changed, but the under 0.5 hits, a plus 115, also looked really good. And we saw that market move immediately at DraftKings. So they're on to us. They're moving. Appreciate everybody there in the chat. Stick around. 10 o'clock. Carlo and myself, NHL Puck Props. More stuff from Covers Before You Bet with Joe Osborne at 12 o'clock. So lots of betting content coming out today. The man Derek Hardy will be back Friday. More releases at 9:30 as we are. Thanks to producer Mick. Thanks to everybody there in the chat. We'll see you guys back here Friday, 9:30.